I'm so excited. I hope that you all continue playing basketball in some way. And wait, who's a Taylor Swift fan? Oh, yeah. What's your favorite song?
Definitely Welcome to New York.
That's a great one, and we might have a little surprise song for you. Not that one, but a different one in just a little bit. So I'm gonna have you go over there, but don't go far because you are gonna come back. You can just head right over there. Don't worry. Once again, the captains of the NYU women's basketball team.
During your tenure at CUNY's Eugenio Maria de Hostos Community College in the Bronx, you dramatically improved the college's retention and graduation rate for students who had not been well served by institutions of higher education. Your legacy as president of Queens College includes extraordinary success in advancing diversity. As Puerto Rico's Cabinet Secretary of the Department of Family Services, you helped protect children, families, and the elderly. Your extensive scholarship has contributed to several fields: women's studies, Puerto Rican, Caribbean, and Latino studies, and migration studies. Since 2015, you have also served on the steering committee of the Research Alliance for New York City Schools, housed at NYU Steinhardt.
Felix Matos Rodriguez, in your lifelong commitment to education without barriers, you demonstrate the implications of your research by opening doors for millions of lives. By virtue of the authority vested in me, I am pleased to confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa.
I would like now to introduce Jason King, Chair and Associate Professor of the Clive Davis Institute of Recorded Music, Tisch School of the Arts, who will present the candidate for Doctor of Fine Arts. Will Trustee Brett Rockheim please escort the candidate to the lectern?
Taylor Swift, blazing singer-songwriter, producer, director, actress, pioneering and influential advocate for artists' rights, and philanthropist, you have brought joy and resolve to your hundreds of millions of fans throughout the world. One of the best-selling music artists in history, you have crossed genres, demographics, age groups, and borders of all kinds to touch lives around the globe. With 9 original studio albums, 2 re-recorded studio albums, 5 extended plays, 3 live albums, and 14 compilations, you have sold well over 100 million album units, earning awards and honors in every category. You have used the remarkable platform you earned to galvanize support for the Equality Act, to prevent discrimination on the basis of sexual orientation and gender identity. And you have spoken out, and you have supported initiatives to protect women and girls from harassment and sexual assault. You have donated significantly to victims of floods and tornadoes, for cancer research, literacy programs for children, and public education. You have fearlessly challenged the exploitation of music artists and successfully championed their right to be compensated for their work.
Taylor Swift. You are a role model across the world for your unprecedented talent and accomplishment, your fierce advocacy for protection of those facing discrimination, and your commitment to speaking out forcefully, eloquently, and effectively on behalf of all artists. By virtue of the authority vested in me, I am pleased to confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Fine Arts, honoris causa. I am now pleased to introduce Taylor Swift, who will respond on behalf of the honorary degree recipients.
Hi, I'm Taylor. Last time I was in a stadium this size, I was dancing in heels and wearing a glittery leotard. This outfit is much more comfortable. I would like to say a huge thank you to NYU's Chairman of the Board of Trustees, Bill Berkeley, and all the trustees and members of the board, NYU's President Andrew Hamilton, Provost Catherine Fleming, and the faculty and alumni here today who have made this day possible. I feel so proud to share this day with my fellow honorees, Susan Hockfield and Felix Matos Rodriguez, who humble me with the ways they improve our world with their work. As for me, I'm 90% sure the main reason I'm here is because I have a song called 22. And let me just say, I am elated to be here with you today as we celebrate and graduate New York University's class of 2022. Not a single one of us here today has done it alone. We are each a patchwork quilt of those who have loved us, those who have believed in our futures, those who showed us empathy and kindness, or told us the truth even when it wasn't easy to hear. Those who told us we could do it when there was absolutely no proof of that. Someone read stories to you and taught you to dream, and offered up some moral code of right and wrong for you to try and live by. Someone tried their best to explain every concept in this insanely complex world to the child that was you as you asked a bazillion questions, like, how does the moon work? And why can we eat salad but not grass? And maybe they didn't do it perfectly. No one ever can. Maybe they aren't with us anymore. In that case, I hope you'll remember them today. If they are in this stadium, I hope you'll find your own way to express your gratitude for all the steps and missteps that have led us to this common destination. I know that words are supposed to be my thing, but I will never be able to find the words to thank my mom and dad, my brother Austin, for the sacrifices they made every day so I could go from singing in coffee houses to standing up here with you all today, because no words would ever be enough. To all the incredible parents, family members, mentors, teachers, allies, friends, and loved ones here today who have supported these students in their pursuit of educational enrichment, let me say to you now, welcome to New York. It's been waiting for you. I'd like to thank NYU for making me, technically, on paper at least, a doctor. Not the type of doctor you would want around in case of an emergency. Unless your specific emergency was that you desperately needed to hear a song with a catchy hook and an intensely cathartic bridge section. Or if your emergency was that you needed a person who can name over 50 breeds of cats in 1 minute. I never got to have a normal college experience, per se. I went to public high school until 10th grade, and then finished my education doing homeschool work on the floors of airport terminals. Then I went out on the road for radio tour, which sounds incredibly glamorous, but in reality, it consisted of a rental car, motels, and my mom and I pretending to have loud mother-daughter fights with each other during boarding so no one would want the empty seat between us on Southwest. As a kid, I always thought I would go away to college, imagining the posters I would hang on the wall of my freshman dorm. I even set the ending of my music video from my song Love Story at my fantasy imaginary college, where I meet a male model reading a book on the grass, and with one single glance, we realized we had been in love in our past lives. Which is exactly what you guys all experienced at some point in the last 4 years, right? But I really can't complain about not having a normal college experience to you, because you went to NYU during a global pandemic, being essentially locked into your dorms and having to do classes over Zoom. Everyone in college during normal times stresses about test scores, but on top of that, you also had to pass like 1,000 COVID tests. I imagine the idea of a normal college experience was all you wanted too. But in this case, you and I both learned that you don't always get all the things in the bag that you selected from the menu in the delivery service that is life. You get what you get. And as I would like to say to you wholeheartedly, you should be very proud of what you've done with it. Today, you leave New York University and then go out into the world searching what's next. And so will I. So as a rule, I try not to give anyone unsolicited advice unless they ask for it. I'll go into this more later. I guess I have been officially solicited in this situation to impart whatever wisdom I might have to tell you things that have helped me so far in my life. Please bear in mind that I in no way feel qualified to tell you what to do. You've worked and struggled and sacrificed and studied and dreamed your way here today. And so you know what you're doing. You'll do things differently than I did them and for different reasons. So I won't tell you what to do because no one likes that. I will, however, give you some life hacks I wish I knew when I was starting out my dreams of a career and navigating life, love, pressure, choices, shame, hope, and friendship. The first of which is, life can be heavy, especially if you try to carry it all at once. Part of growing up and moving into new chapters of your life is about catch and release. What I mean by that is knowing what things to keep and what things to release. You can't carry all things, all grudges, all updates on your ex, all enviable promotions your school bully got at the hedge fund his uncle started. Decide what is yours to hold and let the rest go. Oftentimes, the good things in your life are lighter anyway, so there's more room for them. One toxic relationship can outweigh so many wonderful, simple joys. You get to pick what your life has time and room for. Be discerning. Secondly, learn to live alongside cringe. No matter how hard you try to avoid being cringe, you will look back on your life and cringe retrospectively. Cringe is unavoidable over a lifetime. Even the term cringe might someday be deemed cringe. I promise you, you're probably doing or wearing something right now that you will look back on later and find revolting and hilarious. You can't avoid it, so don't try to. For example, I had a phase where, for the entirety of 2012, I dressed like a 1950s housewife. But you know what? I was having fun. Trends and phases are fun. Looking back and laughing is fun. And while we're talking about things that make us squirm but really shouldn't, I'd like to say I'm a big advocate for not hiding your enthusiasm for things. It seems to me that there is a false stigma around eagerness in our culture of unbothered ambivalence. This outlook perpetuates the idea that it's not cool to want it, that people who don't try are fundamentally more chic than people who do. And I wouldn't know because I've been a lot of things, but I've never been an expert on chic, but I'm the one who's up here, so you have to listen to me when I say this. Never be ashamed of trying. Effortlessness is a myth. The people who wanted it the least were the ones I wanted to date and be friends with in high school. The people who want it the most are the people I now hire to work for my company. I started writing songs when I was 12, and since then, it's been the compass guiding my life, and in turn, my life guided my writing. Everything I do is just an extension of my writing, whether it's directing videos or a short film, creating the visuals for a tour, or standing on a stage performing. Everything is connected by my love of the craft, the thrill of working through ideas and narrowing them down and polishing it all up in the end, editing, waking up in the middle of the night, throwing out the old idea because you just thought of a newer, better one, or a plot device that ties the whole thing together. There's a reason they call it a hook. Sometimes a string of words just ensnares me, and I can't focus on anything until it's been recorded or written down. As a songwriter, I've never been able to sit still or stay in one creative place for too long. I've made and released 11 albums, and in the process, I've switched genre from country to pop to alternative to folk. And this might sound like a very songwriter-centric line of discussion, but in a way, I really do think we are all writers. And most of us write in a different voice for different situations. You write differently in your Instagram stories than you do your senior thesis. You send a different type of email to your boss than you do your best friend from home. We are all literary chameleons, and I think it's fascinating. It's just a continuation of the idea that we are so many things all the time. And I know it can be really overwhelming figuring out who to be and when, who you are now, and how to act in order to get where you want to go. I have some good news. It's totally up to you. I have some terrifying news. It's totally up to you. I said to you earlier that I don't ever offer advice unless someone asks me for it, and now I'll tell you why. As a person who started my very public career at the age of 15, it came with a price. And that price was years of unsolicited advice. Being the youngest person in every room for over a decade meant that I was constantly being issued warnings from older members of the music industry, media, interviewers, executives, and this advice often presented itself as thinly veiled warnings. See, I was a teenager at a time when our society was absolutely obsessed with the idea of having perfect young female role models. It felt like every interview I did included slight barbs by the interviewer about me one day running off the rails. And that meant a different thing to every person who said it to me. So I became a young adult while being fed the message that if I didn't make any mistakes, all the children of America would grow up to be perfect angels. However, if I did slip up, the entire earth would fall off its axis, and it would be entirely my fault, and I would go to pop star jail forever and ever. It was all centered around the idea that mistakes equal failure, and ultimately the loss of any chance at a happy or rewarding life. This has not been my experience. My experience has been that my mistakes led to the best things in my life. And being embarrassed when you mess up, it's part of the human experience. Getting back up, dusting yourself off, and seeing who still wants to hang out with you afterward and laugh about it, that's a gift. The times I was told no, or wasn't included, wasn't chosen, didn't win, didn't make the cut, looking back, it really feels like those moments were as important, if not more crucial, than the moments I was told yes. Not being invited to the parties and sleepovers in my hometown made me feel hopelessly lonely. But because I felt alone, I would sit in my room and write the songs that would get me a ticket somewhere else. Having label executives in Nashville tell me that only 35-year-old housewives listen to country music, and there was no place for a 13-year-old on their roster, made me cry in the car on the way home. But then I'd post my songs on my MySpace, and yes, MySpace. And I would message with other teenagers like me who loved country music, but just didn't have anyone singing from their perspective. Having journalists write in-depth, oftentimes critical pieces about who they perceive me to be, made me feel like I was living in some weird simulation. But it also made me look inward to learn about who I actually am. Having the world treat my love life like a spectator sport in which I lose every single game was not a great way to date in my teens and 20s. But it taught me to protect my private life fiercely. Being publicly humiliated over and over again at a young age was excruciatingly painful, but it forced me to devalue the ridiculous notion of minute-by-minute, ever-fluctuating social relevance and likability. Getting canceled on the internet and nearly losing my career gave me an excellent knowledge of all the types of wine. I know I sound like a consummate optimist, but I'm really not. I lose perspective all the time. Sometimes everything just feels completely pointless. I know the pressure of living your life through the lens of perfectionism. And I know that I'm talking to a group of perfectionists because you are here today graduating from NYU. So this might be hard for you to hear. In your life, you will inevitably misspeak, trust the wrong person, underreact, overreact, hurt the people who didn't deserve it, overthink, not think at all, self-sabotage, create a reality where only your experience exists, ruin perfectly good moments for yourself and others, deny any wrongdoing, not take the steps to make it right, feel very guilty, let the guilt eat at you, hit rock bottom, finally address the pain you caused, try to do better next time, rinse, repeat. And I'm not gonna lie, these mistakes will cause you to lose things. I'm trying to tell you that losing things doesn't just mean losing. A lot of the time, when we lose things, we gain things too. Now you leave the structure and framework of school and chart your own path. Every choice you make leads to the next choice, which leads to the next, and I know it's hard to know which path to take. There will be times in life where you need to stand up for yourself. Times when the right thing is actually to back down and apologize. Times when the right thing is to fight. Times when the right thing is to turn and run. Times to hold on with all you have. And times to let go with grace. Sometimes the right thing to do is to throw out the old schools of thought in the name of progress and reform. Sometimes the right thing to do is to sit and listen to the wisdom of those who have come before us. How will you know what the right choice is in these crucial moments? You won't. How do I give advice to this many people about their life choices? I won't. The scary news is you're on your own now. But the cool news is you're on your own now. I leave you with this. We are led by our gut instincts, our intuition, our desires and fears, our scars and our dreams. And you will screw it up sometimes. So will I. And when I do, you will most likely read about it on the internet. Anyway, hard things will happen to us. We will recover. We will learn from it. We will grow more resilient because of it. And as long as we are fortunate enough to be breathing, we will breathe in, breathe through, breathe deep, and breathe out. and I am a doctor now, so I know how breathing works. I hope you know how proud I am to share this day with you. We're doing this together, so let's just keep dancing like we're the class of 22.
Please welcome the Steinhardt Singers with a tribute to New York City and the class of 2022.
Start spreading the news.
I'm leaving today.
I wanna be a part of it. New York, New York.
These vagabond shoes
Are longing to stray and step around the heart of it. New York, New York. I wanna wake up in the city that doesn't sleep, to find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap. My little town blues are melting away. I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York. If I can make it there, I'll make it anywhere. Come on, come through. New York, New York. New York, New York. I wanna wake up in the city that doesn't sleep, to find I'm king of the hill, head of the list, cream of the crop at the top of the heap. My little town blues are melting away. I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York. If I can make it there, I'll make it anywhere. Come on, come through. New York, New York. New York.
Distinguished guests, the President of New York University, Andrew Hamilton.
Good morning, everyone. And what a glorious day it is. It is true, the sun shines on New York University. Welcome, welcome, everyone, and especially welcome to our class of 2022 graduates. Congratulations to you all. And to families, friends, and colleagues, thank you for joining us for New York University's 188th commencement exercises. Now, I have to admit that in my career as an academic scientist, I never thought that one day I would be at Yankee Stadium following Taylor Swift on stage. What an honor it is. And I could not be more delighted to welcome her and our other distinguished honorees who are with us today, President Emerita Hockfield and Chancellor Rodriguez. Welcome to all three of you. And today is also a special day for one of NYU's schools. It is the inaugural commencement for our newest school, the NYU Long Island School of Medicine. And a warm welcome to Dean Shelov and our first class of newly minted physicians. Congratulations. It is such an exciting morning. It's exciting to be here with all of you, but it's especially exciting to be in person celebrating. And as I stand here on second base and look out at this stunning sea of violet, there's one thing that comes to mind, as it does so often at this remarkable university. Only at NYU. So let me throw out the first pitch. Ladies and gentlemen, friends, family, colleagues, would you all please join me in congratulating our graduates on their achievements? And class of 2022, I know your path to this day has not been a predictable one, nor has it been easy. And I want again and again to congratulate you for making it here today. But you have arrived here, yes, through hard work and perseverance, but you've also had the love and the support of many. I want you all, graduates of the class of 2022, to now try to find your loved ones in the crowd. If you can't find your own loved ones, find someone else's. And I want you to show your thanks to those who've helped you to this place. Now, when I think of the time you've spent here, I am reminded of the words of the Spanish poet Antonio Machado. And he wrote a poem, a very special poem, called "Traveler, There Is No Road." And I want to share an excerpt from that poem with you this morning. Traveler, your footprints are the only road, nothing else. Traveler, there is no road. You make your own path as you walk. These words resonated with me when I thought about what to say to you today as we celebrate your time at NYU and look to an unknown future that lies ahead. In many ways, you have already had to make your own path as students during a period described by that now dreaded word, unprecedented. And global pandemic notwithstanding, you created your own paths as you walked, when you might not have known exactly where you were going, but you did it. During your time here, you graduates of the class of 2022, you explored new ideas in your classrooms and seminars. You broke new ground in your studies and research. You devised new theories and hypotheses in your labs. You explored new interpretations of foundational works. You crafted new stories through fresh points of view on the page, the stage, or the screen. You came up with new ways to solve problems in your startups. You met people with different perspectives from yourself. You discovered new activities and you explored differing, often opposing perspectives on the issues of the day. In addition to your tremendous accomplishments as students, I want to point out that you, each and every one of you, gave your all inside and outside of the classroom. Among your classmates today are residence advisors who found ways to build community virtually, those endless Zoom meetings, but that community was forged in spite of COVID restrictions. Among you are also public health ambassadors who were the first to hold this role and shepherd your classmates to a safe way of daily life amid ever-changing protocols. Among you are also members of the Global Spiritual Life Multi-Faith Advisory Committee, who lent your classmates a steady hand during a time of uncertainty. But during your time here, the world was also transformed, and there too, you carved out a path. You protested for social justice, for global peace, and for a more sustainable world. You protected one another, spoke up for equality, and stepped up as allies. Not only have you made a path where there was no road, but you did so with a remarkable degree of generosity, even while facing your own personal challenges and the unknown. Now, nearly 19,000 of you are graduating today, and I am immensely proud of what you will take from what you have learned at NYU and how you will apply it as you find your purpose in the world. Class of 2022, as you follow your calling, remember that your time at NYU has cultivated your strength and prepared you for a future with no clear road. Wherever your career and life lead you, you have proven you can make your own path where there was not one. And you will continue to do so as you travel along your unique journeys. To the parents and the loved ones here today, thank you for trusting us with your children's education. To the class of 2022, your experience at NYU has been like no other. Let us never forget what we have been through together. Come back and see us often. And from everyone at NYU, congratulations, class of 2022.
And now a message to the graduates from our alumni.
Congratulations, graduates. Today is your day. I'm Dasha Ratu, a graduate of the Gallatin School of Individualized Study, class of 2014, an NYU alumni trustee and president of your Alumni Association. Today you join over 600,000 NYU alumni around the world. We are ready to support your next journey and look forward to connecting with you through upcoming events and programs. And now, here are just a few alumni who want to wish you congratulations on your special day.
Congratulations, graduates! You did it! Now the real adventure begins. So go out into the world and be yourself. Please don't try to be anybody else but you.
Congratulations, graduates. You have not been chopped. You have made it. And the brilliant education that you've experienced at New York University is now yours to go forth and share with the world, along with those terrific manners you learned from New York City.
Congratulations to the graduating class of NYU. Today is your big day, and it's the next step into such a bright future. Don't forget us back at NYU. We love you, we send you love, and I hope that you take all of the wisdom, the strength, the talent, and the joy that you had here and inspire us in the real world.
NYU grads,
Congratulations.
Do great things with your education.
Change the world. We'll see you on Mars.
It is my honor to be able to share this anointing with the eminent graduates of New York University. Ubuntu. Ubuntu means I am because you are. Congratulations. Thank you for allowing me to share this blessing.
Graduates, you have worked so hard to get to this moment. But this is just the beginning of your big life on your own terms. Let go of all the shoulds. Let go of everyone else's ideas of what you should do with your life and what should matter to you, because this is your life. And it's going to be big.
I've spent a good part of my life trying to help people get places, but I have done nothing compared to what NYU has done to prepare you to go wherever you want in the world. You are ready to make an impact. Good luck and congratulations.
Congratulations, all of you students and your parents sitting here today. I've been both at NYU. As a student, I couldn't have been more proud then and today that I earned my degree from this amazing university. And as a parent, I remember sitting at graduation, just like all of you today, watching my child graduate and thinking the same thing. Thank God I don't have to pay for college anymore. And to you students, the door is open for all of you. The future is yours. We're waiting for you.
The deans of each school will now present their class representatives. Candidates should stand when their dean's name is called. The official conferral of all degrees and certificates will take place after all the deans have presented. As a sign of respect for your fellow graduates, we ask all candidates and their guests to remain in their seats until all the schools have been recognized. Antonio M. Merlo, Dean of the Faculty of Arts and Science.
Mr. President, I have the honor of presenting the candidates from the College of Arts and Science who will receive their degrees here today. I would like to present Sophia Evangeline Gantz, who will receive her diploma on behalf of the candidates for the bachelor's degree.
Trevor Morrison, Dean of the School of Law.
Mr. President, I have the honor of presenting the candidates from the School of Law who will receive their degrees here today. I would like to present Brian Cross, who will receive his diploma on behalf of the candidates for the master's and doctoral degrees.
Linda Tewksbury, Associate Dean of the Grossman School of Medicine.
Mr. President, I have the honor of presenting the candidates from the Grossman School of Medicine who will receive their degrees here today. I would like to present Michael Bradley Kitchen, who will receive his diploma on behalf of the candidates for the master's and doctoral degrees.
Yelena Kovacevic, Dean of the Tandon School of Engineering.
Mr. President, I have the honor of presenting the candidates from the Tandon School of Engineering who will receive their degrees here today. I would like to present Eduardo Olutomi Akerle, who will receive his diploma on behalf of the candidates for the bachelor's degree, and Camila Saavedra Lozano, who will receive her degree on behalf of candidates for the master's and doctoral degrees.
Charles N. Bertolami, Dean of the College of Dentistry.
Mr. President, I have the honor of presenting the candidates from the College of Dentistry who will receive their degrees here today. I'd like to present Paula Andrea Hill-Verastegui, who will receive her diploma on behalf of the candidates for the associate's and bachelor's degrees, and So Hyun Park, who will receive her degree on behalf of the candidates for the master's and doctoral degree.
Lynn Kyorpis, Dean of the Graduate School of Arts and Science.
Mr. President, I have the honor of presenting the candidates from the Graduate School of Arts and Science here who receive their degrees here today. I would like to present Nina Graff, who will receive her diploma on behalf of the master's and doctoral degree candidates.
Jack H. Knott, Dean of the Steinhardt School of Culture, Education, and Human Development.
Mr. President, I have the honor of presenting the candidates from the Steinhardt School of Culture, Education, and Human Development who will receive their degrees here today. I would like to present Caleb Emmanuel Williams, who will receive her diploma on behalf of the candidates for the bachelor's degree, and Javon Jana Alonzo, who will receive her degree on behalf of candidates for the master's and doctoral degrees.
Raghu Sundaram, Dean of the Leonard N. Stern School of Business.
Mr. President, I have the honor of presenting the candidates from the Leonard N. Stern School of Business who will receive their degrees here today. I would like to present Matteo Graziosi, who will receive his diploma on behalf of the candidates for the bachelor's degree, and David Edward Kalin, who will receive his degree on behalf of candidates for the master's and doctoral degrees.
Eileen Sullivan Marks, Dean of the Rory Myers College of Nursing.
Mr. President, I have the honor of presenting the candidates from the Rory Myers College of Nursing who will receive their degrees here today. I would like to present Athena Lim, who will receive her diploma on behalf of the candidates for the bachelor's degree, and Shane Gallagher, who will receive his diploma on behalf of the candidates for the master's and the doctoral degree.
Angie Kamen, Dean of the School of Professional Studies.
Mr. President, I have the honor of presenting the candidates from the School of Professional Studies who will receive their degrees here today. I would like to present Tien Not Nguyen, who will receive his diploma on behalf of candidates for the associate's and bachelor's degrees, and Jessica Blodgett, who will receive her diploma on behalf of candidates for the master's degree.
Sherry Gleed, Dean of the Robert F. Wagner Graduate School of Public Service.
Mr. President, I have the honor of presenting the candidates from the Robert F. Wagner Graduate School of Public Service who will receive their degrees here today. I would like to present Mahima Sharda, who will receive her diploma on behalf of the candidates for the master's and doctoral degrees.
Neil Guterman, Dean of the Silver School of Social Work.
Mr. President, I have the honor of presenting the candidates from the Silver School of Social Work who will receive their degrees here today. I would like to present Abigail McConnell, who will receive her diploma on behalf of the candidates for the bachelor's degree, and Jocelyn Mia Marmalejos, who will receive her degree on behalf of the candidates for the master's and doctoral degrees.
Allison Green, Dean of the Tisch School of the Arts.
Mr. President, it is my joy to present the candidates from the Tisch School of the Arts who will receive their degrees today. I would like to present Emisha Elise Henderson, who will receive their diploma on behalf of the candidates for the bachelor's degree, and Matt All, who will receive his degree on behalf of the candidates for the master's and doctoral degrees.
Suzanne L. Wofford, Dean of the Gallatin School of Individualized Study.
Mr. President, I have the honor of presenting the candidates from the Gallatin School of Individualized Study who will receive their degrees here today. These students have stepped outside commonly defined fields of study when they chose to undertake an individualized course of study. They are border crossers and boundary questioners. I would like to present Jules Talbot, who will receive her diploma on behalf of the candidates for the bachelor's degree, and Alex Ates, who will receive his diploma on behalf of the candidates for the master's degree.
Julie Mostar, Dean of Liberal Studies.
Mr. President, I have the honor of presenting the candidate in Global Liberal Studies who receive their degrees here today. I would like to present Rachel Mormon Minton, who received her diploma on behalf of the candidates for the bachelor's degree.
Marion Westerman, Vice Chancellor of NYU Abu Dhabi.
Mr. President, I have the honor of presenting the candidates from NYU Abu Dhabi who will receive their degrees here today. I would like to present Ayush Aaron Deo, who will receive his diploma on behalf of the candidates for the bachelor's degree. And I would like to present Wael Saeed Abdrabu, who will receive his degree on behalf of the candidates for the master's and doctoral degrees.
Maria Montoya, Dean of Arts and Sciences of NYU Shanghai.
Mr. President, I have the honor of presenting the candidates from NYU Shanghai who will receive their degrees here today. I would like to present Matthew Furtick, who will receive his diploma on behalf of the candidates for bachelor's degree.
Cheryl G. Healton, Dean of the School of Global Public Health.
Mr. President, I have the honor of presenting the candidates from the School of Global Public Health who will receive their degrees here today. I would like to present Ja Nan Ju, who will receive her diploma on behalf of the candidates for the master's and doctoral degree.
Stephen Scheller, Dean of the Long Island School of Medicine.
Dr. Hamilton,
It is my honor and privilege to present to you the candidates from your youngest school, the NYU Long Island School of Medicine, with great pride. I would like to introduce Eric Joseph Burge, who will accept a diploma on behalf of our candidates. And welcome. Congratulations.
And now, Provost Catherine Fleming.
We now proceed to the formal conferral of degrees. In keeping with university tradition, we highlight this important moment by passing the university torch, the symbol of learning, from a senior member of our academic community to its most junior. Holding the university torch is S. Matthew Liao, Arthur Zittrain Professor of Bioethics in the School of Global Public Health. When President Hamilton confers your degrees, Professor Liao will pass the torch to the youngest baccalaureate member of the graduating class, Evelyn Sheen-E Tsai, 19 years old. Graduating from the School of Professional Studies. Will all the candidates please now rise?
Members of the class of 2022, through your successful efforts, as certified by the recommendations of your deans, you deserve to receive this hallmark of New York University. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the trustees, I admit you to the degrees and certificates for which you have been recommended. It is now official. Congratulations, NYU graduates. Graduates, you have now joined the ranks of NYU alumni who since 1831 have shared their knowledge and used their talents to benefit humanity. Continue this tradition, embodying the words of our motto, per stare et praestare, persevere and excel. Congratulations to every one of you.
graduates, families, and friends, this concludes these commencement exercises. The platform party will now recess. Congratulations, class of 2022. Thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful afternoon.